Hello again, everybody, and welcome back. My name is Tom Nelson, and this is a continuation of this huge course on diabetes control. This is lesson number 10, and it is video of the lesson for the step number 4 of the 6 steps in the 6-step process. This one is going to be on exercise, and this is the introductory video. Exercise is obviously the least popular, but one of the most important tools that a diabetic can use to gain control over diabetes. Strong, healthy muscles collect oxygen and nutrients from the blood much more efficiently than weak muscles. Besides being good for your heart, exercise can replace damaged capillaries that are lost because of glucotoxicity, if you recall that, and neuropathy, both caused by elevated blood sugars. So those damaged capillaries can be replaced in some areas, and it can also improve blood vessels and the damage that was caused to them. It can improve your circulation. It can help regulate blood sugar and weight and balance hormones. It does a lot. So when you exercise, the muscles will require large amounts of glucose and fat to produce the energy that's going to be required to power all of those muscles during your exercise program. So the muscles are going to very quickly burn all of the glycogen. Remember, glycogen is that stored form of glucose. It's a compact form of glucose. Whenever glucose is brought into a cell, the enzymes break it down into glycogen and store it. And then that glycogen is going to be stored in the warehouses, and it'll be drawn from those warehouses and burned as fuel as you exercise. You place demand on those muscles, and they need that energy in order to function. So then once your blood sugar starts to drop, because your muscle cells are beginning to draw from the bloodstream, as the blood sugar drops, the control room, the hypothalamus, is going to kick in, and it's going to send a hormone message to your liver to convert some of its stored glycogen back into glucose and put it into the bloodstream to restore the blood sugar to somewhere between 80 and 100, which are the set points, which the hypothalamus uses as a guide in maintaining your blood sugar. So exercise significantly reduces the insulin resistance. Remember, insulin resistance is when the insulin receptor on the cells stop working properly and they don't take up the insulin, and therefore the glucose can't get into the blood, into the the cells, and be burned as fuel. And so consequently, blood sugars would generally go higher. Exercise overrides that. Exercise reduces that insulin resistance, and it makes your insulin work much more efficiently. So exercise is going to lower your blood pressure along with your blood sugar. It's going to raise your HDL cholesterol, and it's going to lower your LDL cholesterol. Exercise also increases your metabolism, which is going to be very important when you get into the next step, which is going to be weight loss, because you can't really lose weight unless you increase your metabolism. And it's also going to increase your energy levels and improve your moods. Exercise will provide better quality sleep, and it's going to reduce stress in your life, or the impact from stress in your life. So it's also going to significantly reduce the risk for developing other diabetic complications, especially heart disease. A 10% increase in skeletal muscle tissue to total body weight is going to generate an 11% reduction in insulin resistance. And low muscle mass is a risk factor for insulin resistance. So a 10% increase in that skeletal muscle mass will also reduce the combined diabetes prevalence by as much as 23%. So studies have demonstrated that as much as a 60% reduction in your A1C can be due to a focused, aggressive exercise program. Just imagine what you can do if you reduce the AGEs in your diet as well. But before you start an exercise program, it's very important that you contact your doctor and get a complete coronary workup, heart health exam before you do. So diabetic damage. Diabetes causes a muscle mass loss far more readily and quicker than non-diabetics. Some muscles 2 times faster, especially as we age. So it decreases the muscle mass, it decreases the strength and the mobility, and it leads to physical disabilities and increased mortality risk. So a loss of knee extensor strength is the most common that is found with diabetics, and it is that knee extensor system that's used for walking, for running, for jumping, and for squatting. And that's why as you age, those things become more and more difficult. Muscles are one of the major insulin-sensitive tissues in your body. Insulin deprivation is a major contributor to a muscle mass loss. So the loss is believed to be due to reduced synthesis of whole body proteins. So now proceed to Lesson 10, Part 1. We're going to look at the different muscle types and show you what they do. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and please pay it forward. Thank you.